Kirky,
Yep.
how are
you
you?
going, Jake?
Yeah, good. How you going?
Good.
Crack one of these, mate.
Yeah. Have a beer.
The middies, yeah, these are good. You can have a couple of these and
Yep.
stay under the limit, which is nice.
All right.
Cheers, mate. Thanks for coming on. Last
Cheers.
minute, I got you.
Yeah, you got me.
I got you last minute. Yeah.
Yep.
That was me. That was me tactic. If I got you last minute, you wouldn't overthink it and back out. Cornered ya.
It might have worked.
I think it worked.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, to start us off, you've got an American accent. So,
Yep.
what's that all about?
What do you?
Where are you originally
Been trying to shake it. It doesn't work.
Where are you originally from, Kirky?
I grew up in Wisconsin till I was 9.
Yeah.
Ended up in LA.
Yeah. Where is Wisconsin in the scheme of America?
The Great Lakes.
Okay. In the middle?
Yeah. Nah, it's on the western edge of the Great Lakes.
Okay.
Where Lake Michigan and
Yep,
that is
yep.
the shoreline
Mm-hmm.
where they actually surf a bit in Milwaukee and
Milwaukee.
places like that.
I know Milwaukee. My drill set, my power tools are Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's home to the Harley Davidsons, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Milwaukee.
sure. Yeah.
So, born there, family was from there, parents are from there?
More or less. That's where first memories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, first memories.
And then how old when you moved to LA? How old were you?
I was 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Almost going on 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And LA, whereabouts did you move in LA?
We were in from the beach a little ways.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was quite a change from the edge of town in Wisconsin we were about a 10-minute drive from the ice skating rink on Western Avenue with like Snoop Doggy Dogg and all that.
Yeah.
Bloods in the Crips.
Oh, really?
Riding on the walls and all that.
Oh, it was a dangerous area? Or?
Well, where we lived, it wasn't so bad, but we were real close to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Real close.
True.
Yeah.
What areas was that?
I was in Torrance, but it was a 3-minute drive till you were in Lomita, and then you were like Compton and all the way to South Central.
Fire out.
Yeah.
Did you ever have any run-ins with riffraff? Or?
No. I was too young.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was too young. It was just not something you see in Wisconsin.
No, a bit of a change.
Yeah.
What kind of culture or what's going on out in Wisconsin?
It
Is it
was a lot of
redneck?
It was farming.
Yeah, okay.
A lot of farming. Even though I was in a uni town.
Yeah.
The capital city, the capital city.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it was farming, rural farming, a lot of it.
Right.
Certainly in the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sweet. And then to LA. So have you got siblings?
I have an older brother and a younger sister.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And how much older is the brother?
He's 2 years older than I am.
And the sister's a couple years younger?
His sister is close to 6 years younger.
Oh, right. A bit younger.
Yeah.
So
she's quite a bit younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they still in the States?
Yes, they're both in the States still.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, well then so yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't stay there in that neighborhood long. We ended up at the beach, which I was really lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, very lucky.
Yeah, whereabouts?
Torrance Beach.
Torrance Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that
Redondo Beach?
Yeah. Yep. Same area?
Same area.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how surfing came about?
That's how surfing came about.
How old were you, do you reckon, when you started surfing?
I was 11.
Really?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. It was kind of ironic because Wisconsin, of course, snows.
Yeah.
Like, from November to April.
Really?
You're kicking around. You're still kicking snow
like
around
in the
April.
streets?
Oh, yeah.
Like fully. Oh,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Mega
like, it's
snow.
not always deep, but there's slush and ice and
wow, crazy.
yeah, like you wheel your pushy down to the basement in late October, November, and then you don't bring it out till May, pretty
No
much,
way.
or late April.
Crazy.
That's it. Yeah. So there was a local swimming pool, a heated swimming pool. So I did a lot of swimming just through the winter months as something to do as a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
So when I did actually end up at the beach, the ocean was like, oh, I just dove in and I could swim.
And off you went.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was nice.
Cool. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Was your family into like snowboarding and stuff? Was it?
It's not snowboarding territory.
It just sort of
and that didn't come about. That was way before snowboarding.
Yeah.
So skiing, my aunt skied a little bit, but not really.
No.
Yeah, not a lot.
You just lived in the cold and just enjoyed it.
I think she might ski. Actually, I have two aunts, and one of them was a little more into skiing than the other one.
Right on.
Yeah. So I think they made trips here and there. But I didn't have anything to do with it at all.
Yeah.
No. Once we left the snow, that was about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it. Stop kicking for the slush.
Yeah, exactly.
The shores of California.
Yeah.
The epicenter of the surfing world. Well, one of, wasn't it, back then?
Well, it was actually an interesting time there because, it was 1970, 71, and the Doors were just in full swing, and like they're from Redondo Beach.
Oh, is that where they're from?
Yeah, that's where they're from.
I thought for some reason they're from Venice. I don't know.
You've heard of Three Dog Night?
Yeah, yeah.
Everything. They're from Palos Verdes, which is right next door.
Okay.
There was a whole, that early 70s music scene was going crazy at that time of year. So it was an interesting time in the history to be in LA.
Yeah.
I'd say.
I bet it was.
Yeah.
It would have been some crazy shit going on, I bet.
Well,
it would have been nuts. The 70s in
the 70s.
California would have been fucking crazy, huh?
It was
pretty wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was young.
Yeah.
Once again.
True.
It's just that but basically spent my teenage years in LA.
Yeah. What was LA like back then?
I went surfing.
You just surfed?
Yeah. It just some of the chaos, I figured the further out I paddled, the safer I was.
Yeah, totally. What were the waves like?
The beach where I grew up was pretty bad, to be honest.
Yeah.
It had little everyday surf, like sometimes, most of the time, you'd find a little something. If you went, excuse me, further towards Hermosa Beach and that there was more surf.
Yeah. Which way is Hermosa? Is it further towards like Venice?
That is, yes, towards Venice.
It's like Hermosa and like Manhattan kind of area?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know that zone.
There was a lot more surf, but I don't know. We didn't get there that often. We did I did for a while when I was young.
Yeah.
But I mostly just stayed around where we were.
Yeah. Did you leave like walking distance at that point to the beach?
I did.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I could get on my skateboard and be at the beach in 2 minutes. Yeah. Which was really nice.
How good.
Yeah.
Did your family surf? Anyone else in the family?
No.
Just you?
Yep.
And there's no line of surfing before you? You were the start?
No.
The start of the Bierke surf legacy?
Yep.
Wow. How good. And then, so school, you went to school. Did you stayed put there for a bit, did you?
Well, I was there till I was 18.
Yeah.
And then I left.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, so schooling and stuff, you did all that there. Did you go to college or anything? Or?
Nope.
What? So where'd you go when you turned 18?
Well, when I turned 18, I went to Santa Barbara.
Oh, yeah.
But I lived in a uni town.
Isla Vista?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
In Isla Vista. Yeah, I spent
sick
7 years, basically.
Really? Wow.
Which was a bit long.
Yeah.
But I had a job that was really close. I lived 3 or 4 minutes away from where the factory was, where I was shaping and doing glass work and learned how to make surfboards properly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
So it was a convenience thing. If I had moved out of Isla Vista and into the surrounding community, it would actually taken me longer to get to work.
Yeah.
And I was still young, and there was a lot of young people, so it worked. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so shaping came from that's where it began? Isla Vista?
No, it began at Torrance Beach.
Okay.
Yeah, I shaped my first board when I was 14.
And how did that come
Well,
about? 3
because
years into being a
because
surfer, and off you went.
well, that's an interesting point. It's not like I knew what I was doing, but Hermosa Beach has it's an epicenter of surf culture for the South Bay. There was Dewey Weber, Bing, Greg Knoll.
Oh, they're all from there.
Jacob Spelzy.
Right.
Rick Surfboards, which is Phil Becker.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. There was, gosh, I could list about 10 or 15 other surfboard brands.
Right.
And it was a bike riding distance away from where we lived. So as my friends and I, as kids, we'd get on our pushies and ride to the surf shops. And, it was a classic Grom. I had a paper route, which you did back then. So I had a little money.
Yeah.
And I'd go browsing through all the used board racks. And it was, the early 70s, or nobody really knew what a good board was at that time. It was like anything less than 9 feet worked better than a 9-foot board.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost.
Yeah.
Not everything, but people were really experimenting. And the one thing I figured out is that every board that I got my hand, I bought used boards and then traded them in. Like the surf shop guys would see me coming and just rub their hands together and go, "Here he comes again.
Here it comes. Let's get into guide another one."
And every board rode so different. Just this giant question, why?
Yeah.
So it just sparked my curiosity, and then I figured out I could buy a blank and a resin and everything to make one for, I think at the time it cost $60 or $35, $40 or something like that for everything to make a surfboard.
And what was one off the rack costing back then?
A couple $100.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little more even.
Yeah. Even then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. It was a big deal to get a new board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fully.
And there was, where our beach ended, there was a rocky stretch south of us, and so a lot of boards got smashed on the rocks because
no leggies.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I thought, what the heck? I just did it. There was a guy up the street. He was a couple years older than me, and one day on my paper route, I came down the street and pulled in to drop the paper on his porch.
Yeah.
Looked over and I looked in the garage and went, and he was glassing a board, and I just was glued to it. I'm like, well, if he can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
And, we became really good friends shortly after that.
Yeah.
And
you started to do it with him?
Not with him, but he would do it and I'd do it. And we kind of,
you'd watch.
Yeah.
Do you remember the guy's name?
His name was Rick Hill.
Rick Hill,
He lived up the street from me. Yeah.
Wow, crazy.
Just a bit, like I say, he was 16.
Yeah.
So
just a young lad got
just
the same idea.
Just the same idea. Yeah.
Wow, crazy.
There was a guy who was a little bit older than us who lived in between us that made a board now and then in his garage. So it was just what people did back then. Yeah.
And that would have been before the low lights and everything, hey?
Yeah. It was, I don't know. It was
hand planing and everything.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Any way you could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we used just every time, was the kind of the systems and the tools and materials you used pretty set by that point, or were you just grabbing and just get something out?
It was all just however you can get into the blank, I didn't even have an electric planer for first few boards I did. I just used a hand planer, like a carpenter's block plane,
That's nuts.
But the blanks were shaped like surfboards, and so I don't know.
just kind of clean up the blank. Yeah.
Like I say, I was a kid messing around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
then moving to Santa Barbara, I got a job in a proper surf factory, and I learned a lot. I learned how to do it right. The right way.
How were those first boards? How did they ride?
They rode.
They worked?
Yeah.
Sick.
I've actually got a picture of me riding one.
Really? I'll make a point to I'll make a point to add that to the photos when we get them going.
Yeah.
Unreal. And then so you just how'd you get a job? Did you move up to Santa Barbara for the job?
No.
You moved up there because that's where it was all happening?
I moved up there to get out of LA.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't want to stay in a big city.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Rincon.
And well, yeah, actually, and north.
Yeah.
North of Santa Barbara, it's like the gateway to Central California, which is
lots of waves,
lots of all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so like, what was the time frame on when you were hand planing? How long was it taking you to get it?
I don't even remember.
Like,
I don't even know.
Wow.
Yeah. And that is, I mean, sanding blocks. We still use sanding blocks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. And well, my mom, actually, one of my Christmas presents or birthday presents was an electric planer.
Wow.
Not the kind surfboard shapers use, but it was an electric planer. Yeah.
For that reason, they bought it for you to shape.
Yeah, my mom got it for me.
Wow, what a good present.
As a present, yeah. And I think I would have probably been 15 or 16 by then.
Yeah, okay.
I think I was 15, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So I didn't do too many with the carpenters.
Yeah.
Jack plane, is that what you call them? The big things with the big rectangle ones?
I don't even know because plumbers don't use planers.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. You'd have to get one of our chippy mats to answer that one.
Yeah.
And then, so you're living in Isla Vista, you started shaping boards there. Were you shaping or were you kind of just like the dust dog, like sweeping up, cleaning up, sort of helping out the bigger guys?
Well, I kept shaping. Like I shaped from when I was 14. Mm-hmm. I shaped a lot of my boards. I only ordered a few boards after that.
Right.
I picked up some more used ones. I was still kind of regular through a few years of high school.
Yeah.
And I had a few people make me boards, but the last time I actually had someone shape me a board was when I was 19.
And then every board since then you've made for yourself?
Yeah.
Wow, that's mad.
Yeah.
Wow.
The factory where I worked at was it was a local hub for glassing, but his primary client was Al Merrick.
Mm-hmm.
Like before Al blew up and got big and famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So like, was his factory pretty, like, was it a big factory of multiple shapers, or was it just one kind of mate coming out of there?
It was a big factory with, there was a shaper there who worked by the name of Rich Reed. Mostly it was contract glassing was what it was set up for,
mm-hmm.
which I got a job as a sander.
Oh yeah.
It just when I was 19. So
okay, so your job wasn't shaping there; you were just doing sanding. Glassing,
no, but there was I shaped a few boards in the sanding room, which was the boss said, yeah, okay. And then I think he regretted it. So that didn't really work out.
Yeah.
And I ended up asking him about the empty room halfway down the dock.
Yeah.
Because the factory butted up against the railroad tracks that went through.
Okay.
And it was a long dock with a bunch of rooms in it.
Right.
A bunch of little shop. They could be storage rooms or shops or whatever. And I just asked him about the one in the middle that was empty, and turned it into my shaping room.
Wow.
Which was fantastic because I could do all my regular glassing work in the daytime and then shape
in the evenings.
Yeah, I had the keys to my
Your own little spot.
My little room. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
That's
so
real.
That's where that took off, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the bug and you were like, well, hang on. Was it at that point you were like, I think this is going to be my career. This is what I want to do forever? Was there ever a point that came into your mind, this is what I want to do?
Well, I was sort of not sure what I was doing, as most young people are. And I had an older friend who said, well, he looked at me and said, well, what are you waiting for? And I said, what do you mean? He's like, just go get a business license. Get yourself logos printed up, get a business license. I mean, what else are you going to do?
Yeah.
If you find something else, you can stop shaping and do what you want to do. But you want to come to me. He was a brick mason.
Okay.
Yeah, brick mason. And he's like, you want to come and lift some bricks with me all day? I'm like,
no. No thanks. Good friend.
I could, but he was, he was pushing 30 and I was like 20 or something. So he just gave me a little wake up.
Good friend.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Whoever that friend was.
Yeah.
And so like you obviously were in America shaping for a bit, but then you went abroad. So what was the timeline from there? So you've gone Santa Barbara, you've worked in the factory, you've started up your own little gig. Did you stay in America and start your business, or did you bounce?
I was I was in Santa Barbara when I started.
When you started the business? Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And I did a bit of traveling around.
Yeah.
I came to Australia in 1981.
Right.
And did a 3-month Sydney to Agnes Waters up the coast.
Wow. What?
Camping all the way up.
No way.
It was so awesome.
That is sick.
It was different coastline then.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, a lot of empty headlands and
free camping. No rules.
it was fun. That was a fun trip.
Couple of mates.
It was an eye opener.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I went to Costa Rica and stayed at Pavones for 5 weeks.
Wow.
Caught like a giant swell there. It was incredible.
Insane. It's good, isn't it?
A mile long left.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They've trashed it now, you see that?
Yeah. It's just sad when I look at that. Yeah.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then started going to Puerto Escondido. Which became an obsession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you were going to Porto, you weren't living down there, you were just going down for stints, like trips?
I just go down for a couple months.
Yeah.
No, sometimes not even that long, but just surf your brains out and come back. Yeah. Yeah, because California doesn't have much surf in the summer, especially not where I lived.
And the summer is when there's waves down there, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is winter here, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nuts. And what was it? So is this the point still, like, where you, like, there was no leg ropes, there was no sort of safety jet skis or anything, like, were guys just kind of going balls to the wall down there without, or was there some aspect of safety then? Or was it just going hell for leather and seeing what happens?
By the time I got down there, there was definitely leg ropes.
Okay.
But I had a bad experience with one.
Okay.
Because I got, well, first off, your board's not going to hit rocks or anything like that.
Yeah.
So it's a convenience.
Yeah.
And I surfed for from 72 to 1980 without a leg rope.
8 years. Yeah. So you were well accustomed.
So I was just used to swimming.
Yeah.
And being tied to your board with all of that going on, Puerto Escondido was actually really terrifying for me. I just, there was one time I got hit by a set, and you know how you surf there? Yeah,
I have. Yeah.
Okay. You know how the water sucks you back into the wave.
Yeah, you can't get in.
You can't get in. Like, it sucks you back into the next wave, and then it hits you, and then it sucks you into the next one.
There, don't you? Yeah.
And after about 25 waves,
tombstoning. Yeah.
I was just like, I was very glad my board was there at that point. But if I just abandoned ship like a good loser when I got caught inside and swam in. Would have saved me a lot of drama.
Just sat there and wait for
I was
to come up.
halfway to the point.
Yeah.
By the time I came up,
right,
it was really bad. So I never wore a leash there again.
Yeah, because
that was that.
Some people still don't.
Yeah, well, that was that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I right in saying, I believe maybe either I've spoken to you about it or Russ, you got hit by your board and got a pretty gnarly injury, right?
I did, actually.
In Porto?
Yep.
Yeah. What happened?
It was about a 3-foot wave.
Oh, true. I was expecting to be.
And it was midday. It was like midday where the place is, you kind of want the offshore wind to hold it open and it's clean. And it was midday glass and it looked really nice from the beach. And a few of us paddled out and I got a few good waves, but I was just streaking down the line on a right-hander and just got a little too high, trying to go up before a whitewash flop and go down around the whitewash. Yeah. And I just got stuck.
Caught an edge?
I caught a little bit of an edge. So I dove off and was swimming through the back of the wave, just kind of like you do.
Yeah.
And the board just came out of nowhere and speared me in the back of the glutamus maximus.
Oh, your butt. Speaking of the butt cheek.
Yeah, it severed the artery to go to my gluteus maximus.
Fuck. So you were pissing blood.
So I was squirting blood like Freddy Krueger.
No way. Yeah. Let the spray.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Got to the beach and there was a guy. I was super lucky. There was a guy there. He was a renegade, possibly on the run from California.
Yeah.
He had acquired this lifeguarding equipment and did the bolt across the border and set up camp at Puerto.
Wow.
And was fishing people out of the water, like locals, tourists, everything. And the local community absolutely loved him. And
you're the man, you stay.
You stay. He was the first guy, I think.
So white American guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was from somewhere in California.
Yeah.
But he knew what to do and he got me to the doctor and the doctor sewed me up and I lost like 2/3 of my blood supply or something like that.
Shit.
And I don't know, a lot.
Fuck.
That's what people have told me. I don't know. It was all a blur.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. Were you passing out and stuff? Or?
I was so gone.
Yeah. You would have been toasted. There's no amount of blood.
Yeah.
Shit, lucky he was there.
Yeah.
Fuck. Gosh, man.
And years and years later, it turns out he wasn't actually a doctor. He passed his veterinary degree in Mexico City, went to the beach and told everybody he was a doctor and set up. And he was the local physician for like 30 years.
Oh my gosh. Far out. I mean, hey, probably back then that was the place to do it. You say something, everyone goes, all right, see, senor.
Exactly.
Wow, how good. It must have been like pretty crazy down there back then, just the Wild West, huh?
Well, it was just a tiny little fishing village in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are you staying in? Just renting little rooms, like on Zicatella, like in front of?
There was no houses on the beach.
No,
nobody was crazy enough to do that.
Up in the hills.
There was a couple on top of the hill, and actually there was one that was inset a little bit after a few years, but not at first. And then in the bay where the boats, the little harbor is, that's where all the little accommodations were. There was little huts on the beach, like little palapa things, and a couple of hotels.
Right,
and
crazy.
And that was it.
Yeah. It's have you been there recently?
No.
It's a different place.
I know.
Well, actually, it just burnt down. Did you hear about that?
No.
So La Punta is like.
Oh, La Punta, yeah.
Yeah, La Punta is like. I guess it's like a Canggu. I don't know if that's much of a reference to you, but it's like a happening place. You know, there's all bars and clubs and this and that, and it's kind of a trendy place to be. and there's an electrical fire, and it all a big portion of it burnt down.
Yeah.
But I was talking to Dad about it, who was also there. Probably he would have been there in the 90s.
Yep.
But I told him about that. He's like, "What? Really? La Punta's like happening?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's different to when I was."
Yeah, there was.
Sounds like it changed.
That was a piece of land, a piece of desert that jutted out into the ocean with absolutely nothing.
Wow.
Cactus.
Wow.
Cactus in a creepy cave with bats in it.
Holy crap. Yeah. Different. Things would have changed.
Yeah.
So like back then, are you riding? So I'm interested to talk like throughout this about the evolution of surfboards, obviously. Still to this day, you're shaping guns.
Yep.
We'll get into it, talking about the evolution of shapes and rockers and fin configuration. But what I'm interested in, like when you're surfing Porto back then, you got to ride big boards, right? Like how big of boards were you riding? Single fins? Like
no, there was definitely thrusters at that point.
Okay.
And I'd show up with a 6.4 and a 6.7 and a 7.4.
Right.
Yeah. Actually, one of those pictures is a Puerto quiver from 1984.
Really?
Yeah, in the shaping room I was talking about.
Wow, sick.
Yeah.
How good.
Yeah.
So when was the transition? Because like the 70s, early 70s is single fin, obviously still.
Yeah.
Where were you at during the transition of when the twin fin came in and then the thrusters? Like
where I lived, the twin fin didn't really take on. It didn't take a hold.
Okay.
No, I rode a couple of them in the late 70s, and it didn't suit the reefs very well and the beaches. I don't know. I just didn't. It's like it didn't happen.
Didn't grab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually.
And what was the reason? Too pivotty?
I met a guy from Newport Beach in Pavonis. It had a twin fin.
Yeah.
And I got on it and I loved it. It felt so good.
Wow.
It was, and coming to Australia in 1981, everybody had twin fins, and it was like, okay, these feel so different than what I rode, 5 years earlier.
Yeah.
Or something. And
evolutionized a bit.
And and it was, I went back to Santa Barbara, was actually making twin fins at that point in time.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, in the early 80s.
In the early 80s,
before the thruster came out.
And then
and quads too. We made 4 fins and stuff.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. But you had to glass them on.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And like, so when thrusters came in, were you just like, you got on one of those and you were like, this is it? It sounded like that was.
Oh, no, I hated it.
You hated it?
Well, I had to learn how to surf all over again.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Yeah. Some people just jump on them and love them. But for me, it was like, the first one I rode, I kept flipping it over because I thought a piece of seaweed was stuck to the back of it.
Yeah, because that heavy
something was wrong. Yeah.
3 fins rather than 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, total different feeling and.
Yeah.
But so,
I mean, there's advantage. You could feel there were advantages, but it wasn't second nature. I mean, I was in my early 20s. I'd been surfing for a long, a decade.
Yeah.
You think about the local Groms that are in their early 20s, they're kind of surfing, their level of surfing ability is very high at that point.
Yeah, you've got yourself worked out. You figure out how you are as a surfer by that point.
Yeah, suddenly the thruster was just a complete curveball.
Yeah, restart.
Yeah.
And with like the development of surfboards and stuff, going from single fins to twin fins to thrusters to quads, was the shape and the kind of dynamics of the surfboard adapting with the change of the fins, or were people just going, okay, well, here's the same board, we're going to slap 2 fins in and see how it goes? Like,
well, that's what originally happened, but not completely, because Simon Anderson's thruster was so different in the shape. Like, you had that big square tail on it, which was something nobody'd ever seen anything quite like that. So, it was all just figuring out. Once again, it was like the early 70s in a way, like it's a major change in board design. What do we need to do to make it work the best it can work?
Mm-hmm.
it's always been like that.
Yeah. So people were trying to evolutionize the vessel as much as they were trying to evolutionize the fins and the control. So it was going hand in hand. It wasn't just
hand in hand.
Let's just put this in, and that doesn't work. Put this in. Like, as they were changing the fins, they were like, well, let's try and change the concept of the bottoms, the concaves, the rolls,
everything.
The edges.
Yeah,
hand in hand. Okay, because I just wondered, like, you've got this big boaty thing, and let's try it with 3 fins. No, that doesn't work. 2 fins. Like, it was like, okay, as we change the fins, you got to change the design.
You have to change everything else. Yeah.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure if in the early days people were at that level of understanding of surfcraft to be able to do that as they went, or okay. Interesting. So then, Hawaii.
Yeah.
How did actually Coco? I put a little thing on Instagram. I put like a little box that just says, like, does anyone want me to ask Kirky something? What do you want to know about Kirk?
Okay.
And Coco wanted to know, how did you end up in Hawaii? What was your story of coming to live in Hawaii?
Well, being in Isla Vista, I watched batches of young people come through, get a degree, and get a proper job, and start to buy houses and become just financially more, like an independent adult.
Yeah.
And everybody that went to Hawaii to spend a little time shaping came back just so much more of a master of the craft. I just figured something's in the water there. At the time, that was the epicenter.
That's the epicenter.
It really always was, really, because people would come from every corner of the earth, and they'd bring along something they came up with wherever they came from.
Yeah, well, that
and they'd throw it at the wall there and see if it stuck or not.
Yeah.
And
that was the testing grounds.
What worked actually worked. And I thought, well, maybe that's my university.
Yeah.
And not only that, but going to Puerto is every time I went there, somebody from Hawaii would say, they'd look at me and go, "You live where?" And I'd go, "Santa Barbara." They're like,
"You need to go to Hawaii.
What are you thinking? You ride, you paddled out there, and look at that board you're riding. Where do you get to ride that? In Santa Barbara?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
I drive to Northern California when it's big,
Yeah.
kind of thing."
Yeah.
And they're like, "You belong on the North Shore." I'm like, "Oh."
All right.
First, I was like, "No, don't tell me what to do."
Yeah. Up yours.
Up yours.
Yeah, stick it up, mate. No way.
Anyway, I had a friend that moved over there, and he was loving it over there. And it was easy for me to go stay with him for a little bit.
On the North Shore.
Yeah. And I just sort of hit a dead end working with resin and stuff, because I was glassing all the fins on. I changed my job from being a sander to being the guy that put the fins on and doing the fill coats and all that in between. And just the resin was killing me. Couldn't take it.
Yeah. Fair.
And so,
it's intense.
And at the same time, my shaping business was totally just growing. So I thought, why don't I just go?
Take it somewhere else.
I'll go spend a couple years, and it'll advance my skills.
Yeah.
So I pretty much, I packed everything into a bag and went. And left 16 years later.
Wow. So you went once and went, right, this is it. I'm here.
I came back to California I was there for about 3 months, figuring, okay, well, this is the plan I had.
Yeah.
And I'm back in the old neighborhood, got a whole bunch of orders. Everything was going good. And I looked around me and said, "What are you thinking?"
Why am I
And I spent
what am I doing here again?
I finished every order as fast as I could and got back I just got on a plane and went back. That was that.
Nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. How you going for beer there?
Not quite.
You got a little bit there still? You just let me know. I'll grab you another one. Nuts. And then so...
That's good. I like it.
Yeah. It is good, isn't it? They're good, and like, I think the good thing about these beers, they cover, like we were just talking about before, they cover everything from a normal full strength beer to the halfie, which is 2%, so you can actually have a handful of beers when you go somewhere with your mates and drive home.
That's actually important at this.
It is.
At this day and age.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is. So I'm pretty stoked.
Yep.
The boys have jumped on.
Yep.
Keeping us hydrated, a bit of truth syrup. I'll fill you up on a few more and then I'll start asking the heavy questions. So you staying with this mate? Did you moved in with him?
I did actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I got a place of my own.
Whereabouts in the North Shore?
I was up above log cabins.
Yeah.
Sort of Keiki Beach.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually spent 7 years on that street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I got a job shaping pretty much instantly. I got a job airbrushing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was my first, like, I just sort of wandered into that one. I didn't really know how to airbrush, but
pretended you did.
I said,
yeah,
fake it till you make it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no,
I got pretty good at it.
Yeah.
There was a couple
you still are
people that just they like were really liked the way I airbrush boards, so it worked out really well.
Yeah,
but I ended up getting a couple of jobs shaping though, and things kind of took off from there.
Were you doing your own stuff?
I was doing my own stuff, but I didn't really know anybody. Not many people were
buying your boards. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like kind of weird because I left this whole business behind.
Yeah. Start again.
Yeah, which was a little bit strange, but once I started making boards, there's people find out and they go, "Where'd you get that board?" And so you just start at the bottom and go,
Yeah.
Yeah. And it took a little bit to get a foothold, but it came pretty easily.
Yeah. Yeah. How long did it take until people started, you became a recognized shaper on the North Shore, would you say?
Only probably 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
But to become like in another tier, I guess you could say, it was a decade pretty much. Yeah. Or even maybe not quite, but it took a while.
Mm-hmm.
So you were trusted. I got a job with Town and Country for a while. Yeah.
Nice.
And when I left Town and Country, because they were great in the way that they put the shapers' names on the boards.
Oh, great. That is
underneath the Town and Country label.
Yeah.
And it was really, really good.
The yin and yang.
Yeah. And because they had shops all over the place, and my boards ended up in their shops. When I left Town and Country, I had so much work. It was unbelievable.
And they just fully supported you. Like when you left, they were just still.
No, when I left,
boosting your boards or no?
No,
not happy.
When I left, I left.
Yeah.
Well, they restructured.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they completely restructured their whole business model.
Yeah.
Yeah, the advent of the computer came along.
Yes. Let's get into this. So let's discuss. So
it was the early incarnation of the computers.
Okay.
Yeah. But
so when I was a young fellow,
yeah,
this is a fast forward, and we're going to go back to this. But when you first came to town,
mm-hmm.
you were my first ever sponsor when I was 12 years old, I believe.
That's correct.
You started giving me free surfboards. Were you
12?
Yeah, I think I was 12. You started giving me free surfboards. And one of the more significant thing that came on every single surfboard was that little logo on the bottom with a computer with a cross through it. And it was strictly hand shapes only.
Yep.
So you're obviously hand shaping. You were resisting the computer for many years. Was that?
Well, they weren't
distrust in technology rather than a human shaping a surfboard? Or?
Well, that logo came about more as a distrust in the system, because what happened was there was a big computer cutting facility on Oahu.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to get boards cut when I worked for Town and Country. And the guy looked at me and went, wait a minute. I got to make a phone call. And he called I don't know. He called
Big Dog, whoever it is.
I think he called somebody at Town and Country, and he said, "You're not an in-house shaper, so you're not part of the big five.
You're not allowed to use a computer."
There was Locomotion, Town and Country. I can't remember the whole realm of them. So I wasn't allowed to use it.
Okay.
So on the way home, I stopped by my arts graphics design
and you're all
thing, and had that label made.
Wow. So that wasn't a distrust. It was all right. If the computers don't want me, I don't want them.
Well, at the same time, a lot of people did not want a computer cutting their board.
Yeah.
They wanted a human to do it, because that was the status quo at that point.
That was the way.
That was the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it still is. It still is that way.
Yeah. Yeah. It is still that way.
Yeah. Some people would prefer you just shape a board.
Well, the love and the intimacy and the personable approach of having that made, someone start to finish has made this for you.
Yep.
Rather than just and then this little finish off. There you go. Next one through the system.
Yep.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I just assumed that you were like, no, I'm going to resist.
No. For duplication, there's obviously no better thing, or even slight tweaks, just a little modification off a design. Of course. That's a no-brainer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as time's gone on, you've given in.
Well, technology is going crazy with it. It's so much better.
Yeah.
It's actually tangible now. Before it was like, what I saw was a lot of shapers just doing stuff that wasn't quite exactly what they would have shaped, but it was a lot easier, so they did it anyway.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go down that path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, due to demand, and would you say as you're getting older, you're finding it harder to punch out boards as quickly as you did when you were once younger? Or?
Oh, well, it does. It is a bit taxing on the body.
Yeah, I mean, bloody
and as far as the, having these days there's models. I guess there was always models, but these days it's like everybody's into the exact volume. And I think to maintain a consistency, it's a lot easier with the computer.
Yeah.
I mean,
do you have models? You like punching out models?
To a degree, yeah.
The Russell 1.0, Russell 2.0, Russell 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Well, a lot of those, because I've been doing it a very, very long time, I can get really close by hand.
Yeah.
Sometimes closer than
what you think the machine can. Yeah.
The computer can. They do crazy things sometimes with the.
Right.
They
can fuck up.
Calibration, I think that's the word they use.
Okay. Yeah.
Things happen, and so you got to straighten it out. You don't just give somebody anything.
No.
You give them what
they
ordered.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's always the first and foremost important thing.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump back to Hawaii. I just thought while we're on computers, you ready for another one of those? Let's get another one of them before we go to Hawaii. Before we jump on the ship and sail back to Hawaii.
Okay.
So that was a quick little detour there because we're on the computers, and that was something I wanted to talk about while we're talking computers.
Yep.
I want to go down that rabbit hole real quick.
Yep.
Because that was something I've always been interested in. I just thought it was you resisting the technological advancements and just trying to stay true to the craft, which some people do.
Well, there's an element of that, but at the same time, if it's better, why wouldn't you utilize it?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's when you're making custom boards, it's harder to utilize because it's primarily for duplication or consistency. Whereas if everybody, if somebody's going to need a board that's got slightly different dimensions, or they surf better with a rocker that's relaxed at the back instead of the front, or some tweak that this person's going to work better with, then you got to make a whole new program or completely design the your model. You know what I mean? So it becomes...
Sometimes you're better off just punching it up by hand.
It becomes laborious. I can do it with a planer in 3 minutes sometimes. I can make those changes.
Takes more time doing the changes.
It does. And then what comes out of the computer?
Yeah, you can't guarantee it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Not until you cut one, no.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so there's certain, it's certainly a technology that I enjoy using.
Yeah.
For the appropriate situations. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
And I've been having a lot more fun with it lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. That was a very, very good answer to my question. That answered every single qualms or any sort of unsure, any questions of unsureness I've ever had about that. Now I know. And do you...
I designed myself a little 510 little 20. It came straight off the machine. I love it. So good.
Okay.
Yeah. It's insane. Yep.
So once Kirk Bierke surfboards was taken off in Hawaii, then obviously a few years in, did you make a conscious decision to, I'm going to spend a good chunk of my life here? Or was it, I'm just going to stay for one more year? Or did you go, okay, this is home for now?
It's like, why would I go anywhere?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen
with the waves. I mean, they were right. I did belong on the North Shore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. I've seen a crazy photo of you years ago when I was a kid. I used to come around. We used to start talking boards and kind of mapping out what you were going to shape for me. And, I remember sitting in your living room once and there's this photo of you riding a 20, 30, whatever plus wave on this giant board at Himalayas.
Yep.
I've asked people about your time when you were there. Were you paddling out and surfing that? Like, were you the only guy surfing those waves back then, or?
Actually, I wasn't the only guy. There was a little. I was sort of like, it was overlapping of little posses that would go out. There was a group of guys a little bit older than me, and they were probably surfing it a little bit through the mid 80s, the early mid 80s. And they'd go out. There was 4 or 5 of them, but they kind of drifted away. They got a little bit older and stopped going out, and one by one they had bad experiences. And so I showed up, and it was just kind of, there was a lot of days with nobody out, and I just was curious. I just wanted to see it, and there were a couple swells where the waves were really good, really, really good. And there was a few people that paddled out, 5 or 10 guys they were
come to throw the hat in.
Yeah. Give it a shot. And I became just sort of like, there was one afternoon in particular where I just looked at that and went, whoa, this is insane. It was just like this, with so many lefts just stacked up out to sea for as far as you could see. And I'm like, this place kind of goes off.
Wow. What's the distance from the beach to get to those waves?
It's 3/4 of a mile.
Okay.
Which is 1.3 kilometers.
Isn't it a K and a half?
Yeah, 1.3 or 4, something like a little more.
Yeah. So, and you were surfing them a lot, those outer reefs in Hawaii. You were surfing those a lot by yourself, right?
I did by myself. That place I surfed by myself a fair bit because I knew it sort of, like, you don't know it, but you sort of.
You had a bit of it.
I had a bit of
feed out there.
Yeah, exactly. And the other reefs, there was pretty much always somebody with me. The other reefs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any like hairy incidents of nearly getting in trouble and being out there by yourself and being like, hang on, oops, I'm here alone?
I don't know. I was always pretty careful.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're just treading.
I was pretty careful. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was the 3 of us. We tried to surf outside log cabins one day. When the Eddie Aikau was running, the year that Keone Downing won it, and the Brock Little got this kind of a barrel, sort of, and almost came out.
Wow.
thing. That was a famous year. The waves at log cabins, it was going all the way up to the pine trees.
Yeah.
And it would suck all the way back out to the shelf. And I was with a couple friends, and we just were stalking it, trying to figure out how do we get in the water. There was a couple of the guys were out. There was 2 people out trying to surf it, and it got too windy at Himalayas, so we came up to the upside, and it was the wind was nicer.
Yeah.
And we waited and waited, and right the perfect time we ran down and jumped in. First guy got blown back to the beach. My other friend snapped his leg rope, and I made it out. And
Nice.
I learned really quick, anything can happen. The 3 of us were separated just like that.
In an instant,
Poof.
bang.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I spent the next, I don't know, 20 minutes, maybe longer, trying to towing my friend that was swimming, whose leash broke, back towards rock piles so he could try to swim in.
Wow.
And every time he tried to swim in, the current just sucked him out.
Wow. And
the guys came in from the outer reef, and one of them had a swim fin in his back, and he gave it to my mate, and he stuck it on and got in instantly with the swim fin on.
Yeah, once you had fins.
Yeah, but it was a wake up call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of hang on, maybe I shouldn't go and see 2 guys out.
I caught a couple like waves on sort of halfway out, but
yeah,
because those 2 guys were still in the water at that point. But
yeah. Wow, that's nuts, man.
Yeah, but that was one of the sketchiest moments, really. But nothing bad happened.
Would you say you've had Aston Street asked me, he wanted me to ask you, where would you say the best wave of your life has been? Most memorable wave of your life?
Wow, that's a big question.
What, like, where's one that just sticks out in your head? Like, there can be multiple, but first one that comes to mind.
Well, probably out there.
Himalayas?
Yeah, it'd be there.
Yeah.
Or Puerto.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a few.
Yeah.
G-Land?
G-Land? Yeah.
Hey. Got some good ones at G-Land.
Don't cancel it out. Yeah, G-Land. Yeah. So
did G-Land in 85.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
That would have been
nice
full jungle tigers.
Yeah, it was.
Wasn't there tigers there back then?
Yeah, I got pictures of my foot next to tiger tracks on the sand. In the sand, I just took pictures for the heck of it, just to record that as a memory. No, I didn't see anything. But we woke up one morning, and we were looking at the waves, and I looked again, and I'm like, I've been in the sun too much. And I looked, and it was like a deer or antelope or whatever it was, like an Indonesian deer.
Yeah.
It was out on the reef.
Whoa.
And the tide was coming in, and it was running around trying to figure out what to do.
So something chased it down there.
So it went for the water, yeah.
The antelope's not going for a swim for the hell of it, is it?
Nah.
Holy shit. Yeah, I've heard that they used to, the guys, like in the early days, used to swing up hammocks and sleep off the ground.
Well, that's what we did.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people were scared to sleep on the ground because of tigers or whatever they were. Shit, nuts. Yeah, man. I can't imagine all those.
That's how I met a few of the boys in town here. They were there.
Wow, true.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, let's talk a bit about. So, you've lived in Hawaii for 16 years. When did you meet Leanne? Your wife, Leanne. Of how long you guys been married now? Don't get this wrong.
Don't get this wrong.
You cop it. Oof.
I got married in 93.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 33 years.
Yep.
34 years. Wow. And did you meet her, because she's Australian?
Yes.
And she's from where in Australia?
Murwillumbah.
So she's a Northern Rivers?
Yep.
Did you meet her in Australia?
No. I met her at the Turtle Bay Disco.
In Hawaii?
And
she was just there on holiday?
Yep.
And you met her there, and so how did that all happen?
Just when you talk to somebody and you want to keep talking to them.
Yeah,
that's how it happened.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she was there on a trip, and did she stay or did she go back? And
she ended up staying. She extended her trip.
Yeah.
Until the end of her visa, which was really nice.
Right.
Yeah, and ended up. She ended up came home, pondered things for a little bit, and then flew back to Hawaii, and we got married shortly thereafter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she came back.
Yeah.
So how long was the visa? Like, how long's the visa there?
I think it was 6 months at the time.
Oh, so she stayed for 6 months.
Yeah.
And came back, got married, and then you guys lived in Hawaii for how long together?
For another decade.
Another 10 years.
Yeah, that's when we moved. We left the Rocky Point area and ended up at Rocky Rights.
Okay.
Or what did I say? Sorry, log cabins. We left the log cabins area and ended up at Rocky Rights.
Okay. Yeah. And Russ, when did Russell come along?
About 5 years later.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was born in Hawaii, right?
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's his blood.
Yeah.
Explained it all.
Yep. He woke up with the sound of leg ropes slapping against the decks of surfboards.
Yeah.
And that's the first sound he heard every morning.
Yeah, people running down
for his
past
young
the
life.
house.
Yeah.
And looking at the ocean.
Yep.
At the epicenter of big.
Yep.
Carnivorous waves.
Well, Rocky Point is not. That's the fun spot, but
True. But North Shore in the epicenter.
There was a little keyhole that you paddle out to Rocky Rights there, and it was actually the whitewash spilled through it, so Leanne would take him out on a board and like push him into the whitewash rolling through the little keyhole.
Wow, that's what you learned to surf?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just don't steer this way so you don't end up on the rocks.
Yeah.
So we learned to navigate
pretty early
cracks in the reef.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how old was he when he started surfing?
He was pretty young. I don't know.
2 or 3.
Yeah, maybe not even.
There's a photo. There's a photo at your place that I've seen. He's like, I'm surprised he's standing up. And not only is he standing up, he's standing on a surfboard. Like,
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. So
from Hawaii, you were there with Leanne, and you had Russell in Hawaii. He was born in Hawaii.
Yep.
In like Honolulu.
Yep.
And from there, how long did you guys stay until you moved to Australia?
Well, we were there. He was like just short of 5 years when we left.
Okay.
Yeah. It just seemed, I don't know. It seemed, the North Shore was changing a lot. It always changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I thought the whole concept of Australia is such an adventure. And I had such an incredible experience here when I was much younger.
Yeah.
And I thought, what? That could just be a new chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was there obviously the pull as well, Leanne being from here, having family still here?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Having a family, being close to family, her family.
Yeah. 100%.
And when you came back to Australia,
that was a huge thing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And you came back to Australia. Where'd you live when you came back to Australia?
We ended up at Cabarita Beach.
Yeah.
Up on the Tweed Coast.
Yeah.
Which is, I got kind of lucky because when I showed up, for some reason, they had an unusually good stretch.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of people that like, I don't know what you've done, but somebody turned the switch on when you came.
So the surf,
and it pumped. It was it had good shape, and it was consistent, and it was like a welcome to Australia gift, a little bit.
Water.
Yeah. And unfortunately, reality set in up there.
Yeah.
And the Tweed Coast maybe wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Surf-wise.
So you've taken the business that is, so you've had to some degree, well, not even, you've had a successful business in America.
Yep.
You've gone to Hawaii and restarted
Yeah.
And had to get your roots in again as a successful shaper.
Yeah.
Coming to Australia, had you built any sort of reputation, or was just hit the reset button once again?
I did know a bunch of the Gold Coast people because Leanne lived on the Gold Coast before she came to Australia.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a little bit of an in. But it's so competitive up there.
Yeah.
It's like, it was a complete restart,
Yeah.
Yeah. Again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is, it worked out pretty well. It did.
Yeah.
I just made boards for kids. And
is there one pretty significant professional surfer these days that you happen to shape his first surfboard? Is that correct?
First surfboard? No, not his first surfboard.
Sponsor, maybe?
Nah, maybe. But I did actually see this kid doing these, what do you call them? Pop shove-its and
twists and
little flips and stuff in the shore break on this old beat up old board. So I approached his dad and asked if I could make him a board, a couple boards, and it was Chippa Wilson.
Yeah.
And an incredible natural talent he was, and he still is, of course. Yeah. And there was a couple other kids in town that I made boards for, and he was my first team rider in Australia. Yeah.
Chippa Wilson.
Yeah. And
did you say that you recently were there and his first board was still there or something?
Somebody said that it wasn't his first board, but it was one of the boards.
Someone recently was there and said that he's got an old Kirky up in the rafters or something.
He does, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
His uncle's an incredible airbrusher.
Really?
Absolutely incredible airbrusher.
Wow.
And he did this crazy paint job on it, and it just, when I left town, he ended up with a new sponsor, so he didn't really ride the board, I think. And it's up on the wall. It's just kept it for
just a hanging piece,
because his uncle did such an insane job painting it.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
So that was, I guess that was news to me. I had no idea that was there.
Yeah, one of our friends mentioned that the other day, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
I wonder who that was. Maybe Wade Carroll, was it?
No, we were at the Star.
Yeah, we were at the Star. We were at the Star.
Yep.
I reckon it might have been Wade. So like Cabarita, for how many years did you stay there?
I was there for 2.5 years.
Yeah, I was going to say, it can't have been long because then...
Yeah, I had to find waves.
We were blessed.
Mm-hmm.
The South Coast was blessed by the Bierke family.
Yeah. We came down for a visit and it was dead flat, but it just seemed quiet. And that's what I was after. The Oahu's a pretty busy place, and the Gold Coast is a super busy place.
Yeah.
And Cabarita was really about to get swallowed by the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
By all the planning that was done. Casuarina just got plopped there like it was never supposed to be built, but they built it for some reason. And the writing was on the wall for that whole
to blow
the
up
Tweed Coast, basically from Noosa to Ballina. Really?
Yeah.
The planning commission is like, well, that's where people want to live with the climate and everything else. So I thought, let's go the other direction.
Let's run from the people. What year did you guys move down here?
That was 2005.
2005.
Yep.
And I don't remember the specific moment. Russ does.
Yep.
I believe possibly when Russell was on the podcast, I believe he might have even spoke about when we first met at Rennie's, I believe.
We were here for less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
And we went, or maybe 24 hours. It was like the day after we unloaded the car.
Yeah.
We went for a surf at Rennie's, and a white van pulled up, and out jumps Chewy and you.
Crazy, blonde-haired, red-eyed,
we looked at each other and went, hey.
Yeah.
Looks like this wave's good. Nobody else in the car park.
Yeah.
It's just the two of us. The two cars, and
That's
that was
nuts.
it.
That was it.
That was it.
Friends from there. It wasn't even a need for an introduction. I was like, right, you got a kid and he surfs, and I got a kid and he surfs, so we're friends now.
Yep.
Yeah. And what? Potentially a couple months after that, you hit me up and you're like,
well,
look, little fella, or a couple.
Russell's boards, a lot of people were interested in them because they were shaped for a small person.
Yeah.
Like a Grom special.
Mm-hmm.
Not many people did Grom specials back then.
No.
People had never seen that. All the kids rode Dad's old board.
Yeah, we're riding 6.2s and that.
Yeah.
I was one of them.
Yeah. So it was a foot in the door, I guess.
It was a foot in the door, and I guess like we've talked about, it was also you were helping out me being a local kid, blessing me, giving I was no kids were getting sponsored back then, and I was getting free surfboards.
Yeah.
As a young kid with the swap back.
Well, it was a trade-in.
It was the trade-in.
It was a trade-in, yep.
So I got what was it, it was like 3 or 4 a year, wasn't it? And then I'd switch them back or something.
I can't remember. But
I think it was something like that.
Sell them when you were done.
And I just beat them up a bit and get them to the second-hand realm, and then you'd sell them. So you were helping me out, and then all the young kids had affordable boards for their kids that were wanting to learn or were interested in surfing.
Yep.
And that kind of went on for years, really, didn't it?
Well, I think what the thing here is that nobody was making boards to handle some of the reefs.
Yeah.
And coming with my Hawaiian history, I looked at some of the waves and went, well, what are you trying to ride that for?
Yeah, that's not going to work.
That's not going to work. Yeah. So it was just it was exciting times. For me, it was an exciting time.
Yeah. For me too.
Yeah.
It was good going surfing. I remember being a young kid, I would have been not much older than 12, 13, and going and surfing one of the reef breaks here, huge. And I remember just going down and thinking, I'm out of my league. Yeah. And sort of sitting there slowly getting ready. And, Russell's ran off first. That would have been 9.
As he does.
I'm just like, holy shit. Look at this little guy. I've got no excuses. He's half my size.
Yeah.
And then you're off behind him, and I'm like, ooh, and I just remember how many sessions? We would have had 8, 10 sessions like that of you coming and picking me up and me being taken well out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
But just surfing those kind of waves of consequence, but knowing, obviously back then, surfing with you a lot, knowing your understanding of those kind of waves was so reassuring for me to step into that world. And now your son, Russell Bierke, is one of the most recognized big wave surfers on earth.
Yeah.
And now when the waves are big, I don't even want to paddle out unless I know Russ is, unless I'm going with him and I'm sitting next to him and I'm asking him every step of the way, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
I don't want to know about it. I don't want to surf waves of extreme consequence without Russell there.
Yeah.
That was such a pivotal point in my surfing career, having access to that kind of knowledge, obviously with my dad too, but just you guys as well, the big boards, your understanding of big boards and guns and stuff was it helped my surfing a lot. Surfing with you, you could see me surf, and you could adapt the equipment I was riding to suit my surfing.
Well, that's one of the good things about getting a local shaper to make your boards.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a developing surfer, because you can see where somebody's at and help them with their equipment to get where they're trying to go and what they want to deal with, and just the nameless board. I mean, not nameless, I guess they got names, but just the production boards, sometimes it can be mismatched.
Yeah. Well,
with where a young surfer is trying to go.
It's up to you specifically to make that decision, or the person owning the surf shop.
Yep.
To make that decision. And again, maybe if there's a local surf shop, and then
guidance. Yeah.
Having guidance of someone who is picking you up, paddling out with you, watching you ride every wave and being like, that could have been easier if we did this.
Yeah.
So then the next board reflected that. And it was
exactly.
It helped me become a surfer and helped me learn to surf the way I do. Not saying I'm some elite surfer, but my surfing developed because I had you to be able to put something under my feet that was specific to where I was going surfing.
Yep.
The decisions were made for me. I didn't have to try and figure it out myself.
Yep.
Which is a blessing that many people may not have, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess that we should probably dive into a bit more about the evolution of surfboards. I had someone here.
Can I time out?
Yeah. I'm going to take a quick break and then we're diving into that.
Okay.
Rightio. We are back. So before the break then we just quickly discussed, I wanted to get into the evolution of surfboards. So like when I put out the line to people asking what they wanted to ask you, one of the questions from Makuo Danaka, Anyway, so he's thrown out something. He wanted to ask me to ask you about the shortboard evolution from like the banana boards, sort of the really mega scooped, mega rocker, pointed, knifey boards to what they are now. What was your take as a shaper going through that development?
Well, first, before the rockered out banana boards, they were actually quite flat.
Okay.
So it's actually the transition to a more modern shape was like going back a step and moderating all that rocker to a more how do I say it? The
kind of finding the middle ground.
Yeah, middle ground. Yes, utilizing the knowledge learnt from the rockered out era and weaving it into something that's more practical in terms of glide and flotation and the going a little wider. You keep the curve and the outline instead of things being just straight and skinny with a peeny nose and too skinny of a tail.
And would you say the benefits, right? So when it went from the flat board to the really scooped, flicked up nose, what was the reason that people opted to start doing that more?
Well, they turn a lot better.
Yeah.
But the problem is you lose horsepower a little bit.
Because of less point of contact with the water, would you say?
Just less. The rocker, you have to use rocker if you're there's a talent level that can utilize that. There still is, and they need it, and they can work with it and put the board in places that a flatter board just won't fit. But a lot of people, probably myself included, don't really need that. We're not going there. There's a lot of benefits to that extra rocker.
Yeah.
And there's ways to sort of just moderate it to different degrees. Or put it in one end of the board more than the other, or in the middle more than the ends, or just a moderation.
And for different purposes, obviously.
Yeah.
Like from your point of view.
And different waves. Some waves you would need to skate across flat spots.
Yeah. So you want it flatter.
Whereas a rockered out board is going to have trouble doing that. And other waves, you want to hang in a tight spot. And so a flat board is just going to cause you grief.
Yeah.
So it really
to change direction.
Yeah. It really depends on the person and the ability and the wave you're trying to ride.
Is that something you're trying to map out before you make a board for someone?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you don't.
I ask a lot of questions.
Yeah,
I could be annoying even. I ask that many questions.
It's not annoying when they get
some people want
great board.
Some people want the model.
Yeah.
But I want to make the model so it works
for that
person. It's actually, there's a lot of variables there. It's not that simple. It's not just one size fits all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
And so to to guns and big wave surfing, you are a strong believer in quads. You're all about quads. I remember as a kid when I started like my slab boards, my guns, you were like, Jake, you've got to go quad. It was all about the quads. I remember quad, everything.
It depends on, there's a handful of waves around where a thruster is a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah. Thrusters work pretty good at Waimea.
Right. You know? And what would you say is the benefit? Okay, so Craig from Milton Osteopath, Craig wanted me to bring this up with you. He wanted us to talk a bit about the quad versus thruster debate. Okay. Because there's still no resolve. People still prefer some other than the other. And some people are just like, no, I don't do quad. Some are like I'm now quad to the death when it comes to waves where you have to be holding a line and projecting through the wave.
Absolutely,
quad, diehard quad.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I think a lot of it depends, once again, where are you riding the board? If you're going to be going so fast that you spend the whole way bleeding off speed, why don't you get a board that sits in the barrel a little better?
It's a quads,
would be a thruster.
A thruster sits better in
just sits back in the hook. You know, if you're going to be going, if you're going to be going more vertical and snapping it, quads don't do that well.
They don't change direction.
Not like a thruster. No.
Yeah.
No.
So you'd say, from the point of changing direction, a thruster is better.
Yep.
And to be able to set, point, hold, and not buck you off, you want a quad to have that drive and control and track you forward.
Quads run.
Yeah.
They just take off and run. So you get wide open waves with a lot of space. The quads are great. Yeah. Because they love space. Yeah. And they would have a higher top speed, like compared to a thruster, which has bursts of speed.
Okay. Yep.
Which sometimes a burst of speed is what you want, because you get from one pocket to the next pocket, and then you're gonna cut back anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So why would you want to keep running? You just end up on the shoulder.
So my question is, why now are people experimenting so much with quads for maneuverability, for turns? Does that come down to fin design, placement?
It does, yeah. And the rocker of the board, obviously. Yeah. I think that, once again, it's like that moderation, like the rockered out boards of the 90s and all that. And it's like taking what you learn from that and scaling it back to where it's more user friendly, is what now people are looking at the quads going, well, if we really want to go fast and skate, the twins are better for doing that. And if, like, the quad has so many good feelings, as you said, if we can tweak it just a little bit and come up with a middle ground between the quad and the what we know as the quad now and the thruster, the way it works.
And what are those tweaks to make a quad going from point and shoot to being able to do those tight in the pocket? You know, so like riding a 20, obviously you get that kind of the technicalities always beyond me this, but with the 20, it's kind of, if you've got keels and stuff, it's drivey and it carries speed, and like, you don't have that middle fin as a point of friction in between, so the water's generated and pushed through. So how do you then adapt from that to, you know, obviously sometimes 20s, especially if they're upright fins, can be quite pivoty. How do you make the transition from that to being a quad so it does have more hold, yet still being able to change direction quite rapidly? Like
well, it's fin angle, fin placement, and fin shape. Combined with rocker.
Right.
Yeah.
So there is obviously so much to it.
There is, it's Pandora's box in a way. It's like there's so many little variables that, you know, and ultimately one person's going to get something out of a board, whereas another person won't. I mean, everybody surfs differently. You know, it's it's pretty hard sometimes to, you have two people that are both surf really well, but one likes one kind of rocker and another likes another kind of rocker.
Yeah.
And,
again, it's so adaptable depending on who the pilot is.
It is. Yeah. That's why that is why having a look at how people surf can help to get the right shape.
Yeah.
It really can. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm obviously, so I've previously had Russell as a guest on the podcast.
Yep.
Russell's one of my best friends. So obviously I didn't want to spend too much time jumping back and just making it all talking about him. But as a father, Russell is one of the most recognized big wave surfers on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
He is clearly one of the elites in that area. How has that been as a father? Okay, well, let's start on a personal, emotional level, seeing him doing those things and putting himself in that kind of danger and risk. How's that as a father?
Oh, thanks, Jake. I don't know. It's like, I'm not going to stop him, am I?
You're not going to stop him, no.
It's rewarding and it's scary sometimes. And he sends me some videos, and I just, there's a couple times where I've just gone,
holy shit.
And then somehow he makes it.
Yeah.
And like, what? I thought he was dead.
Yeah.
And the other times he doesn't make it, and I'm like,
he's dead.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Would
you say you're critical of his surfing because he's on your boards? You're like, he should have known that he could have done that on that surfboard.
Nah, never. No. It's he's
a magician.
I'm actually just love watching him push him to the test, It's actually fantastic.
Yeah,
mm-hmm. We work on things. We work on tightening things so he can push them further.
Mm-hmm. He constantly working, bouncing off each other.
Absolutely, yeah.
Constantly, yeah. I mean, I've seen you do it.
Yeah, and the waves that people are trying to paddle into now are just getting more and more serious. So it's
not just riding them; it's getting into them.
Well, and actually just performing on them.
Yeah. There's just more and more elements with people just raising the bar.
Yep.
Just constantly.
Yep.
Yeah. The idea of what is a paddleable wave 10 years ago is being completely blown to smithereens. And
a little on 20 or 30.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yep.
And obviously, as a father as well, with your shaping, is there elements of generic surfboard that you can take from Russell, the changes that you can make in a generic surfboard that you can take from watching Russell, or is Russell just on a league of his own where he can do things that people aren't doing with him?
He likes boards that are easier to ride than what some elite surfers like.
Yeah.
They're more user friendly. Yeah. And I think it's part of the success is they keep it simple, a little bit to a degree.
Don't overcomplicate it.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep it traditional.
Complicated boards can work really good in a certain situation, but then the overall performance spectrum can be lost or diminished anyway, to where they only work for a certain thing.
Yeah.
I try to avoid doing stuff like that.
Overcomplicating.
Because he's traveling around so much doing, whatever.
You're kind of finding what works and sticking. Have you guys got a set, handful of boards that
there are, but we've been hitting either sides of it. Yeah. A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the ultimate test pilot, isn't it?
We're weaving swallowtails into his quiver a lot lately, which is something from my past that I always loved swallowtails.
In guns, where are you weaving the swallowtail in most? What would you say the benefit from a pintail on a gun or just a board in general? What that change of that small swallow? What what is the benefit of that, would you say?
They're just a little bit, I guess people use the word dynamic. It's kind of a nebulous term in a way, but they square off a little better. They're a little punchier, faster. Don't handle rough water as well.
Is that because there's 2 points of contact?
Well, it's a wider tail, so it's more planing surface, and if your tail starts planing out of control, then you sort of lose control a lot of times. Yeah. Whereas a pin tail will settle into the water.
Can kind of split through it in more.
Like I rode swallowtail as my only board for many, many years, and then I got to Sunset, and I can't ride a swallowtail out there. You just bounce around and skip, and I made a round pin and went, whoa, that's okay. I get it.
Yeah.
That was a wake up, many years ago, back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean,
yep.
So with Russell, right? When he's doing what he does, are you leaning on just kind of like the trust of his ability? Are you leaning on just like good luck? Are you leaning on like because like the waves he's surfing, he's pushing the limits as far as, anyone is pushing. He's like, he may not.
Yep.
He is at that level of pushing as hard as the top on earth.
Yep.
When it comes to that, like from a shaping point of view, from a father's point of view, from just a general bystander watching it unfold point of view, are you putting your hope purely in his skill and ability and understanding? Or how are you kind of coming to terms and like comforting yourself when he goes to do that? Jaws and things like that, when he's just really going above the top tier,
Well, I know stuff that worked for me that, which obviously he's not me. But some stuff works. You just look at it and you go, would I trust that or not?
Yeah.
And like, it's not just his ability. I'm putting stock in my ability to say, okay, well, this is the guaranteed something that works.
Yeah.
And if you want to tweak it, that's fine. I'm all ears.
Yeah.
We'll try this. We'll try that. We'll try the other thing.
Yeah.
He in the past, this is quite a while ago, he's borrowed some bigger boards of mine that I made in Hawaii or years ago that I made for my own self. And he's going, Dad, these work better than the boards you're making me.
This thing's unreal.
And I went, okay, well, there's a connection there where I know things that work.
Mm-hmm.
And if you need me to alter that, tell me.
Yeah.
And I do, so it's gone from there, really.
Because the question I had for him was, who's your biggest role model? And he was like, didn't leave a second away. He was like, my dad. Yeah. Especially when it comes to surfing, he was like, Dad. Yeah. Dad did it. He started, he learnt it, he did it, he shaped it, he rode it, he tested it, he trialed it.
I did.
And now he's doing it all for me, and we're going through the same process, but just in kind of slightly my way. Like I'm not doing the testing as he's fading out of surfing the waves of consequence as much as he did when he was younger. Now he's putting that energy into helping me get to the next tier of what's considered big wave extreme surfing.
Yeah. And surfing on the outer reefs on Oahu helped a lot with the, stuff that works on the outer reefs versus what works at Waimea. It's completely different boards.
Yeah.
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 Completely different. And that helps with jaws and whatnot.
Yeah.
The big open ocean waves.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, just make sure we don't have any more people. There was a lot of surf questions. I mean, I think obviously people want to know all about surfing, but there's other aspects of you that people don't know. You are a bit of a diehard music fan. I know that from experience.
Yep.
You don't miss a gig.
I do sometimes, but
well, not many. I feel like you.
I do enjoy my
music.
My music.
And was that something you developed as younger, or did you just enjoy listening to music? Did you ever play music?
I enjoyed listening to music. I mean, I enjoyed going to bands when I was like in Santa Barbara. We used to go to see like
the Doors.
No, they were done by then. But Carlos Santana used to always come to town, so I've seen him heaps of times.
Man, how good.
There's like I could just list a million things that I've seen. Frank Zappa.
Yeah,
he was a wild one.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. No, I think Australia is good because they have a lot of festivals. It's accessible. Some places music isn't that accessible.
Okay.
In Hawaii, it wasn't that accessible. There was local guys and stuff, but big name bands, you had to go into town to see them.
Yeah.
And which we did.
Yeah.
There was the Red Hot Chili Peppers came one time. That was good.
Wow.
That was back in the early 90s.
Wow, that's good. Yeah. I've seen them.
Yeah, they were good.
Which was cool.
Yeah, I don't mind the music.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, yourself and your wife, Leanne, don't miss a gig.
Yeah.
You've obviously instilled that in Russell. He's if he's not traveling the world, throwing himself over the ledge of some death-defying slab of water, if it's in his reach, he doesn't miss a music event.
Yeah.
So you've instilled that in him.
That's good.
I've got a question here from our friend Dane Woods.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. So get ready for this one. I saw the eyes go. Oh, here we go. So Dane wants to know what part of a crowd at a festival do you like to be? That was it continues.
A lot of times I barge my way to the front.
So he hates to notice that he tends to see up the front left, and he wants to know that does crowd selection at a festival come from navigating a crowded lineup at Pipeline?
That's a very good question. It's actually really hard to see over tall people, so I just kind of slip between them and weave my way up to the front.
The moment I saw it, he sent mine. I'm like, oh, here we go. This is going to be good. Yeah.
No, that's you can listen to music all you want. It's great. Yeah. I love listening to music, but if you go to see it live, I want to see it.
Yeah, you actually want to. Yeah, you can listen to it on a good speaker. It sounds the same. You want to see what's going on.
I want to see it. Yeah, I want to see them playing those instruments.
There's your answer, Woodsy.
That's a big one.
Yeah, exactly right, and that makes complete sense.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, also, we can't forget Claire as well. Your other child, Claire.
Yeah, let's not forget Claire.
Let's not forget Claire because Claire is an amazing person.
Yep.
Leanne and Claire. I mean, obviously, being in the Bierke surf family, I'm sure it can be pretty surf dominated, and everyone knows Russell. But I mean, as when we were young, Claire was a good surfer.
Yep.
Is she still surfing?
She is still surfing. Yeah. And living up in Wollongong, it's she's doing uni and she's working, and it's harder to get into the water, but she still absolutely loves it. And when she was down for Easter, and she still has it.
Still getting into it.
Yeah.
And Leanne surfs.
Yeah, Leanne gets out there when she can.
She does, yeah. The whole family. Yeah. It's a family affair.
Yep.
Which is nice. It's the same with my family. It's pretty special to be able to have every member of the family paddle out at the same time.
It is special, isn't it?
It's not that common, so it's not spectacular.
It's really good.
Crazy moment.
And Claire loves the twinnies
she does,
and she's actually so graceful on a mal. It's insane.
Really?
Yeah, she really has the rhythm and the timing for that.
Really?
Yeah.
What's she studying?
Environmental sciences.
Great.
Yeah.
That does not surprise me. I think if Russell wasn't a pro surfer, I reckon he would have done something in the science.
Yep.
He was a mad scientist as a kid, blowing shit up and setting things alight and growing nasty little creatures and plants. And he would have been a scientist.
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff, Kirky. Well, I reckon we'll be getting close to wrapping it up, mate.
Yep.
What are you fired up on at the moment? in life,
Wow.
in surfboard production, in
you know, I love this time of year. You get a lot of swell, and like I mentioned earlier, I'm having fun. I've hooked up with somebody cutting blanks that the accuracy is so much better.
Right.
Well, that's actually really fun up at the Glass Hut.
Corey
up at the Glass Hut.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really making it fun,
Mm-hmm.
to do that. And that's pretty exciting. Just
what about materials?
Materials.
What were you using? Basalt? You're on.
I was
you're
doing
on the
that.
basalt there for a bit.
I did that a bit. I probably could again because it worked. It was exciting. They work good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they work good. You got to find somebody that wants to do it though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were only able to do it yourself.
Yeah,
no one else
I was. Yeah,
yeah,
and my glassing skills.
Yeah.
Are more geared towards conventional stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have not done much work with epoxy myself.
Okay.
I have done a fair few epoxy boards that other people have glassed, and I'd like to keep it that way because they're good at it.
Yeah. And I've actually just had a quick thought here before we exit. Something that Russell actually touched me up on this last minute, and he goes, I don't know if you want to get into it, and it'll be interesting to see what he says, but I just want to poke the bear. This is coming from your son. And he wanted to open up the can of worms with the introduction of jet skis.
Really? Where are we going with this?
What's your take on jet skis? Be honest. You can tell us.
There are many good things about jet skis.
Yeah.
As far as safety is concerned.
Yeah.
Safety, accessibility.
Mm-hmm.
Photographers use them and bring us images of things as possible. It was, I tried to get photographers to come out to the outer reefs for years in Hawaii, and I could none of them want to tell me out. He's like, I don't think so.
Yeah, right. No,
yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
And it's now people know what it looks like. It's gotten a lot more crowded.
Yeah, true. It's given the whole world front row seats, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Yeah, and it's the accessibility has as well.
Yeah.
But it's in the name of safety, and that's good. Yeah.
What about the act of catching the wave using a jet ski?
Well, some waves. There's time and a place for everything, isn't there?
I'm sensing a bit of resistance there, maybe.
Like I say, there's an appropriate
for everything,
time and a place for them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there is. There's certain things that would never be able to done without the horsepower that a man can't conjure up.
Have you stood on the beach at Nazare before?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I only was there when it was small, but it's got some.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your dad
is wild.
Jet skis out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. All right, mate.
Okay.
No, I appreciate it, mate.
No worries.
Do you think sorry, I keep this always happens at the end. I go to wrap it up, and then my brain goes ping. I got one more question.
Okay.
So how long do you think you're going to shape for years to come? Is there any idea of wanting to hang up the boots or you just...
What else would I do?
You still got the love?
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy making boards.
Yeah. And the development
and
new
ideas. It's just something
that's
like everything new. Every board's a new thing.
Yeah.
A new thought.
Yeah.
It's always changing and progressing. And
yeah.
Why would I why wouldn't I?
Yeah. Good answer.
Yeah.
Great answer.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's what you fired up on at the moment.
I'll confess, sometimes I'd rather be surfing. But when the waves are no good, jeez,
Yeah. Makes sense. All right, mate. Well, this time I'll let you go.
Okay.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good.
The master craftsman,
Thank you.
Kirk Bierke.
Yep.
Stoked to get you in here, mate.
Okay.
Have a couple of beers and look forward to sharing a couple of waves and all the rest.
Yep.
Thank you, mate.
Thanks, Jake. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
See ya.